I got room in the back there.
Had some gristle in my teeth, had to spit that thing out. Anyway, welcome to another episode of the Your Random Pal channel. And today I'm at the 2024 NSRA Street Rod Nationals, Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm gonna check out some of the cool random rides out here and showcase them to you. Now this car show, it's huge. It's one of the top car shows in the country as far as car numbers out here. Roughly 10,000 cars show up here a year. You can't see them all, but you can try to see a lot of them. It's actually a 4-day event, Thursday through Sunday. Today is Sunday, and you got a lot better chance of seeing all the cars because a lot of people have left. So it's a little bit less crowded. It's somewhat of a ghost town in areas, but there's still plenty of cars to see, probably still more than you can see in the whole day of the show. So let's go check them out. Now, as you can see behind me, there's a lot of American cars at this show, but it's not specific to American cars. As long as a vehicle is 30 years or older, it can be in this show. And I'm going to show you some imports that are actually out here, besides my Nissan Figaro. In this corner, we have one of those 90s Toyota trucks. Got the graphics on it. Looks like it's got some bodies hiding under the cover here. Now yours truly, I've actually owned some 93 Toyota pickup trucks, two in fact. One was a standard cab and one was an extended cab. So yeah, I like these little trucks. They're fun. It's not something you would expect to see at a car show like this, but hey, you got one here. And here we have another import car. Now this one looks like a Lexus at first glance, but it's actually not. This is a true import. This is a Japanese domestic market right-hand drive car. And in Japan, they didn't use the Lexus brand. That's a kind of an American thing to differentiate the Toyota from the luxury brand Lexus. But as you can see, right-hand drive. It's very similar to the Lexus that we have in the American market. But this thing is called a Toyota Crown. You see right there. So there are some styling cues that are the same as the Lexus, and there's some differences as well. Check this out behind me. I'm sure if you watched the movie Vanishing Point, you would recognize this car. It's a very rare car, in fact. This is a 440 powered RT, and believe it or not, the same colored cars in the movie, they only made 301 of these cars in this color as far as the RT goes. Now this one differentiates a little bit from the Vanishing Point movie because it's got the black on the top and the black stripe here. As you can come around here, you can see there's the Colorado plate from the movie. So very cool to see it out here. Great movie, brings back a lot of memories. And check it out inside. It's all factory and stock and clean. Now before I finish with this car, there's a little interesting tidbit. Some of you guys into technical stuff would really get a kick out of this. But check this out. See this little tab right here in the door jamb? That's so when they were making this car in the factory that the dome light wouldn't come on. As you can see, the door's open, the light's not coming on. So the owner never pulled it off, so it's still how it came from the factory. No working dome light. Fun little fact there. If you're a Camaro fan, well, there's a whole lineup of Camaros right here. And a popular thing to do these days, LS swap. Some of y'all love that, some of y'all hate that. But this one here, it's got an LS3 swap in it. It's nice, clean. I like it. But some people like the originals or the older V8s. To each their own. And popular on these Camaros back in the 60s, this beautiful houndstooth pattern. Gotta love that. And here we go. This is a 1964 Chevy 2 Nova wagon. It belongs to somebody I know, a friend of mine. And it's a lady. So it's a nice car, nicely done up. You don't see the wagons as much as you see the other cars, the coupes or sedans, whatever. So it's nice to see something a little bit different out here, and it's nice two-tone, very subtle, dark colored paint on it. And check this out, the exhaust exits out the side, right in front of the rear wheels. And it's a stick car, which I love. I like driving a manual. I love the paint colors on this, so if you're a fan of bright colors, you'll love this 91 Mustang Fox body, and this is a wild custom. I mean, check this out. Huge V8 motor. I mean, the graphics on it, it stands out. And check out the inside, drop top, but it's got this full roll cage, racing seats. I mean, it is stripped down. It is ready for racing, whether it's on the autocross track or the big track. This thing is a serious contender. And check out the exhaust on here. I mean, it just comes right out the side, not in the back. It's a nice little convertible Mustang. Take it out, get some open air, take it to the track. Now here's one cherry red that is. It's a 63 Ford Galaxy 500 convertible, and it belongs to a friend of mine. And this year, this is the first time I've seen it with this car. Sometimes you put a car to the face and face to the car, what have you. Usually he's driving a hearse, so this is a big change of pace. I was like, wow, I didn't know you had that car. And this is very clean. Very stock appearing. This is ready to take you down a trip down memory lane from the 60s. And it sports a 390 V8, if it's still original. I don't know if it is or not, but most likely it is. Now here we have a special edition Pontiac, but it's not a Trans Am. This is actually a base model, more or less. It's a Firebird Esprit. You notice it doesn't have the shaker scoop on it. It doesn't have the flares in front of the wheels. It doesn't have a spoiler on the back, but it is a special edition. It's called the Skybird, as you can see. It's made in '77, and subsequently Pontiac did a couple more special editions on the Spree. There was a red bird, and there was a yellow bird too. So 3 different ones. Neat car. Like I said, it's not the Trans Am, it's not the high performance model, but it is a special edition. Has some collectability to it. And it's got the snowflake wheels like you'd see on a Trans Am, which are painted to match the body. Since I'm a big Pontiac Firebird fanatic, Trans Ams and all that, what have you, we got a Firehawk back here I wanted to showcase. Now this is not an actual Firehawk. It is a 92 Firehawk tribute, basically. This would have been, if it was real, the first year for the Firehawk and the last year for this generation, the 3rd generation Firebird. The following year it switched to the 4th generation. They continued the Firehawk, but the first year they only made a couple hundred real ones, so it'd be a rarity to see in person. Now this one is very nicely done. It's done by a fellow YouTuber, Bill Stebbins of Stebbins Garage. You can see a little tag here. You wanted the 3rd generation Firehawks, like in the promotional pictures and stuff, you'll see this red collar. It's got these unique Firehawk wheels on it, Firehawk lettering on the door here. So this is a very nice tribute. It's also got the T-tops, which I think maybe one of the Firehawks got made with the T-tops. Don't quote me on that. have to research it a little bit more again. I think most of them were just the hardtop Firehawk. You can't go wrong with a 69 Pontiac GTO Judge. I love this carousel red. That's a popular color on these cars when you do see them. This thing is a beauty, and it's sporting the hood tack. Nice option on it, plus manual transmission. This is the way to go if you got a GTO Judge. Now this rod right here is a hodgepodge Winnebago. You see what I mean? You can kind of see the name on it. It doesn't say Winnebago, it says Rampabago. And you go around, it's part camper, part RV, and part flatbed. So you could haul a car on it or something. I don't know what the deal is with the big cheeseburger, but somebody out here is pretty hungry. Although it looks a little stale being that collar gray. Here we have a 56 Chevy 3100, and this belongs to a friend of mine. It's a very nice truck. Now, if you're a fanatic about these trucks, you might notice that there's some parts on it that are of the 55 year specifically, but it's licensed as a 56 Chevy 3100. Check out that interior. Man, that is bright, white, and clean. Like how it flares out in the back. It's a beautiful truck. And look, count all those louvers on the back. There's a ton of them. And a nice little pinstripe detail. It's a beauty truck. Love it. Seen it out here the past couple of days. Thought I'd showcase it. And the white walls go well with it. Nice great effect on it. Here's a very sweet looking wagon. This is a 1961 Oldsmobile Super 88. Man, it's beautiful. I don't really get too much into the wagons, but I really do like this one. I like the two-tone. It's a little bit subtle paint because it's not shiny and bright, but the chrome really shines on it. And it looks like it's back in the day, back in the 60s or whatever. You're out ready to take the family on a nice vacation, road trip, whatever. Plus, check out the exhaust pipe. That's huge. If you're thinking about buying a hybrid car like a Prius, think no further than getting a classic 39 Chevy, because this car here is actually a hybrid. It burns gas and oil. Well, it's getting hot outside, so I decided to come in and cool off. I mean, even the Firebird on my shirt is starting to sweat. So check out these really nice rides. These are the award-winning, top-notch builder quality rides out in the the inside part, my bad. Here's another import inside, and this is built by the Car Vault. So you can see it's a 1976 BMW, and it is gorgeous. It's got this kind of pale green color. Check out that 2-liter motor in there. And it's an interesting color combination. Maybe not everybody like it, but it's this dark green, this dark brown leather. So very unique. You can see it's got the modern aftermarket gauges on it. It's really custom. Roll cage in it, flared out rear quarters. I mean, check out the inside. I mean, inside and out, this car is meticulous. It's immaculate. And it's got a couple of carbon fiber touches to it as well. Here we have a very nice Cherry Custom 50 Mercury lead sled. And the owner said it's got Oldsmobile motor in it. You want to show it to them?
Yeah.
Let's check out what's under the hood.
So it's really a LS motor, 6.2 Chevrolet.
Oh, okay.
Dressed up to look like a 350 Olds Rocket.
All right, well, yeah, that's a very unique touch there. It looks old and it's modern at the same time. So what all work has gone into this car?
Well, it's got a new chassis. It's got bigger tires and wheels. We made the bumpers out of 19-gauge aluminum. Several new components in the interior. I can open up the door and show you the inside if you like.
And I noticed you got the split windshield right there. Now those originally had split windshields?
Yes, they had a divider bar, and since it's got a chop, we wanted to add a custom divider bar.
Okay, yeah, I know it's custom, but I was kind of like, maybe that originally came similar to that, so yeah. And how much of a chop do you have on this car?
This is probably about a 3.5 to 4 inch.
Oh wow, look at that interior. Did you pattern the steering wheel off of like an old classic?
It's a Chrysler steering wheel. We've had several different modifications done to make it fit the GM column, and a lot of the old chrome has been remade and restored. So
I thought I recognized the steering wheel. I was kind of thinking Oldsmobile at first, but it's Chrysler, and it's been redone, so it looks like a whole new piece. It kind of looks Star Trek-y to me.
Yes, yes.
All right.
So we tried to go as modern as we could with still keeping an old car.
And then is there anything in the back that's been really customized, or?
Other than mainly the chassis and bigger wheel tubs, but you really don't see the wheel tubs on the inside because of the way the interior is built.
And you have an air ride on this thing?
It does. It's got Ride Tech, the new E5 controller, twin air compressors, vintage air.
Really nice piece. When did y'all finish it?
We loaded it in the trailer on Tuesday about 4 o'clock, and we were still working on it at noon.
Oh, so
Tuesday.
last minute.
Yes.
It is beautiful, man. Thanks for talking about it and sharing it with everybody. Appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
Check out this gorgeous 32 Ford Roadster behind me. Now this car was built by Johnson's Hot Rod Shop. And the pink on this car reminds me of the old 70s Mopars, like the Dodge Challengers and what have you. Because it's not a bright pink, it's a dark pink. I believe they called it a Panther pink on the Mopars. But this is kind of why it reminds me of, and it sticks out like a sore thumb amongst the other colored cars in here. You don't see that many hot rods in pink, and the combination of pink and black, it sets it off really well. You see the scallop flames going down the side in black, the blacked out wheels, black interior. It is a nicely done street rod, and even the license plate here, it's in pink and black, so it matches the car. Love it, love it, love it. Here we have a 62 Ford Econoline van with a very mesmerizing paint job, wouldn't you say? Now this van is built by Kikers Rod Custom. Hopefully I'm saying that right. A little odd spelling and pronunciation. But check this out. It's got the what they call fish scales in the paint. I mean, it's reflective. It's got metal flake in it. I mean, even the roof is very detailed. There's a lot of money and a lot of man hours in this paint job right here, you can tell. And check out the interior. Got the old like crushed velvet look to it. So it's got a bit of a 70s vibe in the inside. Car's lowered, probably on an air ride suspension. It's got these little pointy tail lights, kind of like the Cadillac tail lights in the back. And that's kind of neat in the back here. It's got a cutout so you can see. It looks like the airlines or hydraulics. Those are airlines. It says Viair, so air ride suspension. And it's got a nickname, I take it, Vandal. And that thing is roomy. Looks like a nightclub inside. Ain't nothing but a hound dog. Well, the Swedes have entered the show. Check out this vintage Saab. Very, very custom. Love the color scheme on it. It's interesting. You don't see a color scheme like that pretty much anywhere. Kind of subtle. It's not flashy. It's got some nice touches. I mean, look at this. It's got these belts that hold the hood down. It doesn't have roll-up windows like most cars. It's got these sliding windows. They're probably plexiglass or Lexan, I'm not for sure. It's got the Ferrari type of steering wheel, the Momo steering wheel. Very, very custom interior. Nothing stock on this thing really. Maybe the car originally came with the luggage rack, who knows, but looks like everything on this car has been customized to the hilt. And check out the back. I mean, you usually see pins on the hood. Well, this one's got trunk pins on it. I don't know what year this Saab is because it's not labeled. It kind of looks 70s, maybe 80-ish. And I mean, it comes with the luggage, so it's ready to go on a trip. Racing, that is. And while I'm inside checking out all the cool cars, they've got some really cool vendors out here. Look at all this neon signs everywhere. And if you want custom license plates, this guy over here has them. And look, they even have the famous Haktua license plate. You can get that custom in whatever state you want. I mean, here's a Wisconsin plate that says Haktua. Even got a motorcycle Haktua plate. Check out all the electric signs behind me. Makes you feel like I'm on a game show or something. Well, pals, that is a wrap for today's episode. Say, Haley, where's your friend Chelsea at? I'm kind of hungry. I'm thinking ice cream sandwiches for some reason. That's what I'm in the mood for. But until next time, Haktua! Spit on that thing, and don't worry, be random.
And if you never want to miss another random car video,
remember, ring that bell. Ring that bell.